What's going on, guys? Biz here with another Division 2 video. Over the weekend, I got all caught up with the seasonal manhunt, and man, we have a lot to discuss. This is your first warning. There will be some spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to ruin your manhunt experience, hit any of my other videos right now. Okay, for those of you still here, much to discuss, so lock it in and get ready to have your mind blown. As always, if you're new here or you've been around from the jump, you are welcome here. We just surpassed 1,000 subscribers, and that couldn't have happened without all of you coming here to get better together. Thank you for spending your time here, and it means more than you know. If you haven't already, though, make sure to help the channel that helps you out by clicking that like and subscribe button so you never miss an update. While you chew on that, let's strap up, crack an ice-cold liquid death, and get down to it. Okay, so this will be a much different video than my usual ones. I will warn, one last time, there will be spoilers for Season 9 ahead. If you do not want this to be spoiled, move on here and go play through the season. You have been warned. I felt this information warranted some coverage as this season is heating up. We're only 2 targets in, and it seems we're unraveling a lot about a certain enemy faction. Of course, I'm talking about the mask-wearing, hatchet-slinging, skill-stealing, watching all the wrong place wearing hunters. Hunters have been a mystery since their introduction in the survival update in Division 1. The Hunter faction's origins and purpose has been speculated ever since arriving on the scene. Some thinking their malicious intent could come from being first-wave agents, some proposing that they come to us as a means for a foreign entity to disrupt and dismantle an already crippled America. While all of these theories seem plausible, there was always one option that made a lot of sense to me. As our agents, who are part of the second wave, were tasked to clean up the actions and ultimately some of the agents from the first wave, who was tasked with cleaning up the second wave? This idea of hunters being a third wave, or just a means to clean up a sleeper agent organization like the SHD, makes a lot of sense. Before I show the nail in the coffin that supports this, let's go over some damning evidence from the beginning. When we first see the hunters, they come clad in all the SHD watches of the agents they have taken out. Well, this has been disguised as their trophies. I think they knew these watches had power to them. Power to access Isaac or Anna, power to access skills, power that they knew how to use. And how would they know how to use these watches against us if they didn't have training on them? Another piece of evidence from the beginning, DZ supply drops. A clue to the Hunter mystery is subtly placed in Fei Lao's dialogue, as she claims she doesn't know who is dropping these loot boxes in the DZ, and she's going to look into it. As these boxes are SHD, how does she not know? Also, who is dropping them, and who are they really for? I've always had a bit of a leaning to the Hunters being an SHD asset, a failsafe protocol for when the Division wasn't needed anymore. This season, and the dialogues we're getting from the audio files are really driving it home. And I'm going to play both for you now.
I hear your boy Schaefer's having trouble handling some former subordinates of mine.
Schaefer isn't the problem, Cal.
Does he have trouble taking orders from a woman?
Not at all. He's oddly one of the good ones. He has never questioned my authority. Your agents are not team players.
They were never supposed to be.
Which is fine when you need an assassin, but when you're nation rebuilding, you need to have a modicum of interpersonal skills.
Are you saying they're no longer a good fit and may have trouble staying on mission?
They're rogues, Cal. By your own definition, they are off mission.
Do you need me to send the cleanup crew?
I don't know if it has come to that yet, but we could use some additional support. Schaefer can't be everywhere at once. These agents are all over the map. DC, New York. He goes to help one and he fails the other. We need someone who is mobile, under the radar, and can gain access and assess whether or not it is worth continuing to support Agent Lao's operation.
Do you trust her, Natalia?
No. But she also hasn't given me a reason not to, other than being a rogue. But I prefer to not let labels define a person's character. She will show me who she really is in time. From what I can tell, she's loyal to a fault, dedicated, community-minded, and selfless. Those are traits that can be wonderful or a liability. Just depends on how fixed or malleable she is.
From what I remember from her assessment, she can get fixated. And I'm fairly certain her personality assessment was lawful good, which is appropriate for your organization, as long as she feels her work leans toward justice.
We're trying to save the American dream. What could be more just than that?
So, in this first audio file, we get introduced to Calvin McManus. As Cal is talking with Natalia, he questions if the division agents are staying on mission, mentioning a cleanup crew. Natalia Sokolova then mentions that Schaefer needs someone to back him up, as he's failing one team by going to help another. That first file is interesting, but the audio from Sergeant Daniels is the evidence we need to support this theory of the hunters being an SHD failsafe. I'm going to play that for you guys right now.
Lau, we need to talk.
What's wrong, Schaefer?
This squad you've saddled me with.
Having trouble controlling them?
Yes. I thought this was supposed to be your test, not mine.
Everything is a test. Sokolova wanted to see my leadership style, and wanted to see how well I could manage you with additional external pressures.
So you gave me Wraith on purpose?
I gave you all of them on purpose.
Fine.
Wraith pissing you off?
She was.
Did she quit?
She's dead.
Okay.
I asked for some support. Couldn't be in two cities at once. I needed someone to back me up. I called Natalia, and she hooked me up with some off-the-books backup. Didn't want to undermine your leadership.
You have a name?
For the guy they sent? No, never met him. He's quiet, weird, occasionally gets sent cryptic reports and messages like he wants me to solve a fucking riddle. There's something not right with this hunter.
Do you know who supplied him?
Cal?
Cal?
Yeah, she said, don't worry if it gets to be too much, Cal will take care of it.
She couldn't mean McManus.
Who the fuck is McManus?
Oh, nobody. Just the Secretary of Homeland Security.
That hunter is working for Homeland? What the fuck is going on?
We should talk. Somewhere less exposed.
Now, this clip was beyond wild upon first listen. Basically, Barton Schaefer told Faye he broke chain of command to get help, in which he got the hunter on his side from Season 3. He then told Faye that Calvin McManus was the one orchestrating the hunter assistance. We finally come to find out that Calvin McManus, well, he's the Secretary of Homeland Security, and that the hunters are in fact a U.S. asset. With this in mind, I think we can now almost certainly say these hunters are the third wave. They're the SHD element that comes in to make it look like all that extrajudicial power doesn't go unchecked. And they've been that check and balance from the jump. Mind blown. A lot of questions to be answered from just answering this question of who the hunters are. Was the SHD created with this in mind to effectively take all the good guys off the board? Will there be a time where our agent will go rogue once realizing the SHD is up to no good and not all villains wear black? This season is getting spicy, and I, for one, am here for it. Let me know what your theories are in the comments below, and if it were up to you, which way would you have your agent go? Either way, that will wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed this departure from my normal build videos, but man, I needed to make this one. When plot happens, we cover it. If you made it this far and haven't already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe so you never miss another Division 2 or Heartlands video, though, and I'll catch you all next time. Biz out.